of the next 6 games. Randall's not doing well. The offense is not doing well. I think he's thinking, do I have to go to Jim McMahon to get some spark in this Eagles offense?
The only breather in that schedule, of course, against Seattle. First and 10, Cunningham throws it complete to Sikahema as we approach the 2-minute warning of the first half. And the Eagles with little time to think. 14-3, Green Bay on top, 2 minutes left in the first half. Philadelphia ball, 2nd and 3. As you take a look at Cunningham, and George, you've been remarking he doesn't look to have any spark. I mean, what specifically?
Well, it's an air of confidence about you. And on a lot of teams, believe me, not all teams, by the way, but on these 2 teams, the quarterback is the spark, and Randall's the guy that's got to make you believe he can make it happen. You know, he's not making me feel all that confident up here, so I don't believe he's making those guys feel that confident on the field.
McMahon did last week, sparking a lifeless offense to victory over the Raiders, 31-10. Draw to Herschel Walker, and Herschel Walker with the first down run. 10 yards gained on the play by Herschel Walker, tackled by Adrian White. First and 10, ball at the 38. Cunningham out of the shotgun, good time, throws it complete. To the 45 goes Sikahema. A gain of 6 on the play will bring up a 2nd and 4. 1:25 and counting left in the first half of play. Randall looking, being patient, and throws it away. Good coverage by the Packers that time. Randall with no options nor any lanes to run in.
In addition, the Green Bay Packers are getting pretty good pressure with only 3 guys rushing. They've got 3 guys rushing. The Eagles have 5 guys blocking, so they shouldn't be able to get anywhere near the quarterback. And they've got, of course, the one guy, George Coots, spying in case Randall were to run. So good defensive coverage by the DBs of Green Bay.
3rd and 4 from the 45. 1:14 left in the first half. Eagles trailing 14-3. Complete to Barnett, and Barnett has the first down and is out of bounds. 1:09 left in the first half. Eagles in Packer territory.
The Eagles have plenty of time. They're on the 48-yard line. A little bit of running, a little bit of passing here. They can use this clock up and put some points on the board.
Roy Green to the near side. Cunningham out of the shotgun. 1st and 10. Good protection, going for the home run ball. Incomplete. Good coverage by the Packers. Chuck Cecil back there along with Vinnie Clark. Intended receiver was Fred Barnett. And don't forget, coming up on the NFL Today halftime report, Greg and Terry will have all the scores and highlights from all of today's NFL action. That'll be coming your way from our New York studio at halftime. And Greg will certainly talk about what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing to the Washington Redskins as Washington continues to struggle. That and more coming up at halftime. 2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the 47. To Walker. Trying to get out of bounds and does not. A gain of 6 on the play.
We've got an injury on the field, JB.
A down Packer. And we'll give you an update on the injury after this. Cunningham again trying to get a little encouragement from the sidelines as he's talking with Rich Kotite. As we take a look at a down Green Bay Packer, we still don't know who it is as of yet, but he's being tended to. And Mike Holmgren and George again. I mentioned before how the Packers have been playing a lot more impressively than the 3-6 record. Really started to show some dividends last week against the Giants. You mentioned before at the top of the show that really was an emotional boost for the entire team.
It is an emotional boost for the team, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that they've got a new defensive system. You know, they used to. That was Matt Brock, of course, getting up. He had a bad neck. He's been playing with a brace. I don't know if his injury has to do with his neck or his back, but he has been playing with a collar because he has had neck injuries this year. But to get back what I was saying is that Green Bay went from a two-gap reading defense to an aggressive, slashing, attacking defense, and it's taken them a certain amount of time to become comfortable with it, and they are now.
3rd and 4. For the Eagles, Don Davey has come in to replace Matt Brock. As George Stark mentioned, had a neck burner from last week's game. Cunningham, nowhere to go, swarmed. Don Davey, who just came into the game, led the charge along with Tony Bennett, Johnny Holland, and company.
That's Tony Bennett, who got 3.5 sacks last week against the Giants, led that charge. He appeared to come right up the middle. There he is, Tony Bennett coming into your screen, chasing Randall Cunningham to the right. He'll get at least half of that sack. He should have gotten the whole thing because he's the one that flushed it.
Second sack of the afternoon for the Packers. Fiegels. And an excellent job by the Eagles. Ball down inside the 10. 16 seconds left. A 38-yard punt by Fiegels. And the Packers will start at their own 9. We had a discussion with Randall Cunningham last night asking him whether or not there would be any kind of, I guess, queasy feeling coming to play against a team that last year took him out for the entire season, specifically Bryce Pop, who hit him on that play opening game last season. And Cunningham began the long road to recovery. And Richie Kotite says he has come a long way since the injury, but Cunningham has been struggling here in the first half, and the Eagles go into the locker room trailing the Green Bay Packers by 11. Brett Favre, a sensational first half for Brett Favre, despite the injury to his rib. That's the end of the first half with the score. Green Bay 14, Philadelphia 3. Back here in Milwaukee as we get set for the second half, Randall Cunningham 9 of 17 for 59 yards, and George Stark has mentioned not a very inspiring first half. As you take a look at Don Majkowski, who has taken his jacket off and has been warming up, we have not been able to get a definitive report from Green Bay about the condition of Brett Favre, but it didn't take a mental giant to see that he was hurt in the first half. We suspect ribs, and Don Majkowski is warming up as a result.
You have Don Majkowski, as we see on camera, is warming up. Quarterbacks, of course, like to stay, especially when you've got the lead. There's Brett Favre right there. I think unless he was shot dead, he's going to play this second half. He's playing the Philadelphia Eagles. He's got the lead. He's 11 for 11. And I don't think wild horses could drag him off this football field. Somehow the hurts don't hurt quite as much when you got the lead and you're 11 for 11.
And George, let me ask you very candidly then, at what point do you think Richie Kotite would make a decision to pull Randall Cunningham out? He told you at the top of the show that he'll do anything to win, whatever that took.
I think that Richie Kotite will give Randall 1 series, at the most 2, but probably just 1 series. He can't afford to fall too far behind. He may need a whole half to get back in this ballgame and have his defense hold Green Bay. I don't think he's going to give Randall a lot of time.
Edgar Bennett started from his own 6, and Edgar Bennett with a strong run for the Packers as he takes it up to about the 37-yard line. Finally tackled and pushed out of bounds by William Thomas. Excellent return by Bennett, the rookie out of Florida State. And you take a look at Brett Favre, as you mentioned, George Stark, it would take a wild herd of horses to take him out of this game.
Absolutely. You're winning. You're beating the Eagles. You're staying.
To take a look at the